was trying to burp, but anyways, um, is the internet controlled? That's what you entered. The odds are that you got to this video where you are seeing me talking about is the internet controlled is not very good, because I've done this search before to see what comes up. The internet is totally controlled, so you don't have to watch the video anymore. You're done. You're finished. But if you want me to go into more detail and you want to know how or why, it's basically different countries have different forms of control, and it's getting out of control about how much they're controlling the internet. It's becoming more and more controlled and regulated. And it's regulated by the social engineers that want you to think a certain way about things in life. They want to control your brain. It's mind control. So of course it's controlled. Why would a government, put my hands up in the frame, is that more dramatic? Why would a government give up total social control of its people? Isn't that how they control the people? Why would the media be any different? So naturally, the internet is controlled. Each country is going to tell you their side of the story. And I've been to different countries, and I am in a different country than you're in, probably. More than likely. And from what I've seen of being in different countries, is it's definitely freaking controlled. Definitely. And it's on purpose. They want you to think a certain way about certain things. It's mind control. And they want you to buy certain products. They want you to watch a certain type of news. And it's all about the money. It goes back to the same old thing. It's the super powerful rich people that are controlling the planet. They want to control you on the internet too. So they want you to buy their crappy products and junk and all that stuff. They want you to think certain ways about life. And they want you to think the way they want you to think, because they want you to think that way because they can control you better. So it's totally controlled. The odds that you would actually end up finding something that would answer that question, a question that you ask out direct and everything, is not that good. There are some non-profit sites where people aren't getting money, but still they manage to control that to a certain extent, that are non-biased, that will give you information on the internet that you are seeking. But for the most part, the internet is controlled. For whatever reason, mainly so they can make money off you. That's the bottom line. They want to sell you a product or something, divert you. And they even say that. They say publicly, they've said that they deliberately monitor your emails and your advertising emails and blah, 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 and your web searches and all that stuff, so they can control how you think, so you will buy the products that they want. It's total control. Naturally, they're not going to want you to buy things and products and stuff that contradict things that they're trying to sell. They want to sell you their product. They don't want to sell you somebody else's product that disagrees with what they're trying to sell you. I mean, they want to sell their own products. So the biggest news corporations and all that stuff want to sell you the news. They want to brainwash you with a certain news that helps out their agenda the best, so you don't hear both sides of the story. Then if you're brainwashed really good, which most people are, you will believe that news service, and that's part of, I guess I could get into brainwashing a little bit, since it's kind of in the same subject, is for example, in social control with brainwashing, is what they do is, like, you watch the news, for example, and they do half-truths. So like there was a robbery at this place, and then you live in this small town, and you see that there was a robbery at that place, and maybe you even went by there and you saw the police tape, and there was a robbery, and it probably really occurred. Or they tell you, well, the weather, uh, it's going to rain or be sunny or whatever. So you're paying attention to that half truth, and then maybe they'll have, like, for example, like a domestic story, like someone that helps somebody out, or which is rare. It's usually mostly negative, but or there was hurricane, whatever, or whatever. So they give you this information that is actually factually true, and you can actually in the physical world see that it really happened. But then that same news service will tell you total lies about what's going on in the other country that involves that country. So you believe these total lies. You don't believe the other side of the story because you're preconditioned. You're already getting these half truths that you know to be real. And then also they use people that have, I'm getting really deeply into brainwashing, but they use people that are like these authority figures, these people that you respect and you trust. They've said so many things that were real and truthful and factual that you believe that everything they say is real and truthful and factual, and it is not. They are just backed by the same propagandas that have the ulterior motives, which is always money, to say what they say and talk about what they talk about. And then they have these major news corporations, and then they blame each other, and this one has the truth and that one doesn't have the truth in this one. And then they're kind of tailored for the individual beliefs of the individual person, or should I say the individual brainwashing of the individual person. It's basically social engineering to get people to do what they want. People are predictable, they can be controlled, they can be socially engineered, and it works quite well. From the clothes you choose and everything, like this wonderful outfit that I'm wearing now that's so revealing. It's all mind control. Pick your device. The internet, iPhone will give you a certain type of brainwashing. Uh, Google will give you a certain type of brainwashing, and Microsoft will give you a certain type of brainwashing, and Bing and all that. And there, I just advertise them. Pick your brand of brainwashing. And like even YouTube, for example, like you can buy views. So I'm a cheapskate, and I'm not going to pay a dime to freaking have my views seen on this video. So you're probably not going to see it, even though this is the real truth about control and internet control. This is the real truth. You won't see it because I'm not paying for it. So, and the big corporations that are controlled by the super rich, which are the big corporations that are invested in the corporations, are actually the ones that are getting control of what you see. On YouTube, that's the bottom line. And so even if you put out a video that shows all that's the truth, you're not going to run into it because you're going to want to hear about what movie star's banging what movie star. See, people have been so conditioned and they've been so brainwashed and so controlled that they don't really want to know what the truth is. They want to know what celebrity's banging what celebrity, which one's having a kid, what war is going on in another country that's a lie, that they're telling nothing truthful about the war at all, or whatever. They just want to divert you, and they don't want you to see the real stuff that you really want to see. They want to frickin' divert you and smokescreen you so you don't get at the real truth. So the internet is totally frickin' controlled, and it's always about the money. And there's not very much truth on the internet, and it's getting worse. There's some, but you have to dig. But see, you have to sift through a bunch of crap because they deliberately, the financial powers of people that are controlling the situation want to continue to control it, right? So the independents, the small fringe people, the grassroots people, some of the best YouTube videos I've ever seen have like freaking 150 views or 95 views, and they've been up for like 4 years, And I think, God, that I learned more in that video from that moron or idiot that had a different view perspective than the corporation. But the corporations and all these, they have millions of views on just stupid stuff. So it's not about the truth at all. It's all about mind control and promoting their products. So is the internet controlled? That should have answered your question. And if not, I would continue to search more, and maybe you'll find a suitable answer that's better, that can be delivered from them, that might be tailored better. I don't know.